I'm here with manager Steve Kittrick after today's 2-0 victory away at Bedford Town. Sorry, Cliffy, Kit, can you just tell us how you feel about that one?
But what a way to bounce back from Saturday. You know, we seen my last interview regarding how many chances we had. Had a few chances again today and put 2 away. I'm pleased for the lads that scored. You know, Starkey's on a bit of a run, and I'm pleased for Nilo because he's, you know, all his efforts and everything, but today's put a... And to be fair, you know, I thought the goal they did score was the most difficult chance he's probably had in the last 2 games.
That's something I wanted to mention. Obviously, you spoke in depth on Saturday about needing to be more clinical, and to see your side score inside the first 5 or 6 minutes, how impressive and satisfying was that?
Well, it's good because, you know, like I said to you before, I've got a saying that first and last 10 wins and lose your games, and if you get in front, then it's difficult for, you know, other teams have got to change what they're doing, and, you know, got to think about it, and, you know, but, you know, I can't ask any more of what they've done today because, you know, long trip Saturday, long trip tonight. You know, I think we rode us luck a couple of times with little things, but overall, second half performance, I just thought we were outstanding.
After a game like Saturday where you were a little disappointed, and to come back just like 3 days later and get a job like this done, does that work in your benefit, having such a brief amount of time to turn it around and not have to dwell on it for the week?
Well, you don't have to dwell. I mean, we got here late as well today, so they didn't have a lot to dwell on and talk about. We just got on with it, named the team and said, look, listen, I'm not going to, you know, talk about what I want. You know what I want, and we want 3 points tonight. So, you know, we've come away from home on a Tuesday after a long trip Saturday, like I say. 1 or 2 people are stiff. Brad's come out, you know, because he was tight, his glutes were tight. But I think Brad Beeson, who went in his position, did really well. I've had a look at young Nathaniel, haven't we, as well, so and see what he's all about. Clarkey's had a bit more of a run. So it's been a good performance.
And obviously tonight was the last away game of the season. How satisfying is it to just get that win and to reward the fans that have been travelling away and end it on a high?
Well, yeah, it's good. I mean, you know, you always want your travelling fans to go with a smile on their face because they're on the bus like we are and they're a long journey. But, you know, on Saturday I expect the same. I want to get a win at home for the home fans, and I want everybody to turn up and support us, and let's get another win.
And you mentioned that Natty Peters got a bit of a run out tonight in the second half. How impressed are you with him? Because obviously he's come from the academy and he's been breaking into the first team a little more recently. And how impressed are you with his performances?
He's a young man. You know, he trains well with us, and I said, look, you'll get a chance. And he's done well. He's a little bit naive, he's not, you know, but we've got a pathway at this club. You know, the academy lads have got to come through because that's the idea of having an academy. So the better players in the academy have got something to look forward to, and the lads in the academy aspire to be part of the first team squad, and you know that's what I've always, wherever I've gone, I've always implemented that. They've got to get a pathway through, and the better ones can train with the first team, come with the first team and learn about first team football.
And not to end on too sour a note, but obviously in the first half skipper Matthew Fornell had to come off after a head collision. Do you have any sort of update on how he's doing?
Yeah, he's doing alright, but I don't think it was the collision. It's the lad's fallen on him, and the lad's fallen on with his gone in with his elbow and his chest. So I thought it was a bit naughty, to be fair. You know, the kid knew exactly what he was doing. The referee were on top of it. I think if it had been a bit further away from where we are, I think he'd have sent him off. But he was on top of it, and I asked him at half time what he thought, and he said, I was on top of it, I didn't see a great deal. I don't go and really have a go at people, but when somebody means to hurt somebody, then I'm not happy. And he did it a couple of times. His elbows, he's a big lad, but he could have, when he fell on him, he could have fell in a different way. But he fell leading with his elbow in the middle of his chest, and it's not fair. No, it's not right. Not fair. It's not right. You know, it should have been red carded.